Hello, my name is Christopher Wong, and I'm going to do a video analysis on World of Warships today. So World of Warships is developed by Wargaming. They are known for their free-to-play games. Their business model for World Warships is free-to-play, but offers benefit for premium players. Premium players are those who use real-world money to get benefits that could either be special ships or boost credit earning or experience earning in some way. I haven't played World Warships that long. I started about a week ago. Only just released on open data a couple of weeks ago. I would consider World of Warship the genre to be shooter, as also it contains some elements of strategy as well as role-playing. Later when I start the game, you're able to see that it's a team-based game where there's 12 players on each side and they get to pilot their own ships individually. You'll be navigating around the map as well as able to shoot your guns towards the enemies. And in the main menu, you're also able to customize your ships individually. So maybe put a different gun on it or as well upgrade it. And that gives the element of some RPG in it. And if you use an aircraft carrier, during battle you're able to control squadrons of airplanes to different location, and that gives it the strategy portion. Let's start a game.
Action stations.
As you can see, World Warship is a little bit different from other shooters. You're not controlling a single person, but you're controlling an entire boat. The goal of the game is to destroy all enemy ships or to capture enemy flag for around 30 seconds. I'm currently navigating the Tier 3 Tenryu. It has 4 guns, 2 in the back and 2 in the front. It is also equipped with several torpedoes. So there are 4 different types of ships. There are the destroyers that are small and agile, cruisers that are good all around, and battleships that are good for long range but has a long time reloading, and aircraft carriers that are lightly armored and can send out airplanes. From this view, you are able to map out the coordinates where you're going to head, as well as see where your allies are. And as a behavioral rule, it's generally a good idea to stick with others and try not to die first. As I mentioned earlier, I'm piloting a Tier 3, and as a balancing mechanic for the game, it tries to even out the players so that there's an equal amount of tiers on each side, as well as when you're in a Tier 3, you'll never meet a Tier 6. On my left, you're able to see a yellow ship, and that indicates it's my friend. And other allied players are in green, and enemies are in red. Not all guns are able to shoot at what I'm aiming at, so it only fires the ones that you are able to aim at the moment. Each gun are able to fire independently, and they have their own reload time. On the lower left corner, you're able to see which direction your ship is heading, as well as which direction your guns are pointing. Above it, you can see the health of your ship, and just to the right of it, you're able to see how fast your ship is heading. At the center bottom of the screen, you're able to choose different shells to shoot with, and if you have torpedoes, you'll be able to launch it. And every weapon has its own range, so some weapons might not be able to shoot as far. I decide to head north and try to spot some target for my friends in the back with his battleship. As I am in the cruiser, I'm a bit faster than him, as well as I can see a little bit further than him. I spot several targets on the starboard of the ship and behind some islands, but I'm not able to shoot at them because the islands are in the way. And I'm going to turn into them and start trying to get better shots at them. If I zoom in, I'm able to see a bit better. The spotting mechanics work in an interesting way. If the enemy's behind an island and you're able to see them, they will disappear. And if the enemy's a small ship, you have to be generally pretty close to them to see them. Or if they fire, then you'll be able to see them. I'm going to head over to the last known location of the enemy. And there he is. I'm going to fire a few rounds. I have to lead the enemy a little because there's time for the shell to travel. I'm also going to launch a few torpedoes, hoping that by the time it reaches there, it hits someone. Now I'm going to go around the island on the right side. I remember seeing the enemy just on the other side. Oh, he went the other way. And unfortunately, all my torpedoes missed. As I'm sailing, I have to worry about the ships on my right and left now. But I know my friend has got my back. And I can see the enemy trying to escape. So I'm going to launch a few rounds at him. And you can see the indication that I hit him once. And my friend takes him out. I try to sail around the island to avoid enemy firing at me. And I try to take some shot at this battleship up ahead. And on the top you can see that our team is currently losing. We have 4 ships that we lost, and they only have 2. Now I'm trying to flank around the left side of the enemies while my friend hits from the center. And now I'm sneaking up on the ship, so I'm going to start firing at him, as well as launching my torpedoes to the location that they could possibly be in. And my torpedoes hit him and immediately destroy him. And I just collided with the island. So now I have to reverse and I'm a vulnerable target for the enemy. But luckily I don't think they noticed. I'm going to continue trying to fire at this ship. And he's now firing back at me. I'm going to have to try to avoid his fire until he's behind the island, so we won't be able to shoot at each other anymore. Now he is unable to shoot at me. I'm going to try to chase him down. I see that there are two ships, but one of them has low health. I can see their health by holding the Alt on the keyboard. As I come around this island, I have all my guns facing towards him. And I fire several shots at him. I notice the ship behind him is also shooting me. Just now my engine got damaged, so I immediately repair it. It's at this moment that I notice that I'm probably going to die. Oh, I'm able to kill him. Oh, and now I'm on fire. So just before I die, I'm going to try to launch all my torpedoes. And one more hit will probably kill me. Oh, there I died. There are only 4 players left on my team, and the enemy still has 6. Make that 3 on our team. Now I'm able to switch my camera to see my friendly ships. So I'm just going to follow my friend. On the top right side, you can see all the things I've done, the damage I did. You can see my friend is in the Tier 3 Kawachi. It's a battleship and a bit bigger than my ship, but its turns much slower and have a much longer time shooting. It also travels a bit slower. An interesting fact about World Warships: the destroyers are small, agile, which are good against battleships, and cruisers are medium ships that are good against destroyers. And the last is the battleships. They have large guns that are good against cruisers. So it kind of works in a loop. While the aircraft carriers are good against a lot of ships that don't have anti-air guns. Now you can see my friend is turning his ship on its side to try to maximize the amount of guns able to point at the enemy. As the guns take a long time to shoot, it's a good idea to turn its side towards the enemy. Now you can see the enemy are firing at him, so he's trying to turn away from the enemy. But at this point, there's not much he can do since he is against 2 other players. I decided to do my analysis on this game because these days, more and more games are going to freemium. We see this in games like Dota 2, Team Fortress 2, and League of Legends. and it attracts a large amount of people and helps build a community around this. As this game ends, you'll be presented the conclusion of the game, and you can see the amount of experience you earned as well as how much you made. And if I won that battle, I will earn more than the losing team. So this was my analysis of World of Warships. As this game is still quite new, there isn't a lot of community, but I'm sure it will get larger as it is free to play. And while you play more, you earn more experience to unlock better ships, and this causes players to want to continue playing and earn better ships. And thanks for watching.